Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to do a video called 3 Ways Millennials Can Avoid Debt. So I have my notes here, so that's why I'm looking down. But debt has really been on my mind for probably, you guys, since February, March of last year. And that's because I had stopped going to college, so I was gonna have to repay the student loans that I took out, and then also I got my first credit card. So that was fun, but that also put me in a little bit of debt. And I just really learned about debt throughout that year, and I just kind of want to talk about it because I think it's important, and a lot of people want to, you know, take all their debt and just like shove it under a rug and not talk about it. But the sooner that you talk about it and the sooner that you face it, the faster you can get rid of it and live a debt-free lifestyle. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can avoid debt. So this is targeted more towards like people in their teens and in their 20s. So it's before you get your first credit card, before you take out your student loans, all that kind of stuff. So the first one is to avoid credit cards, or at least credit card debt. So I'm not someone who thinks that credit cards are purely evil. I think that if they're used right and they're paid off in time, you can really you know, reap the benefits of the credit card, such as like cash back and all the rewards that come with it, because I know there's a lot. I personally feel like we have this kind of excuse when we first go and get our credit card, saying that it will improve our credit score. And while that may be true, a lot of people kind of use that excuse and then just start charging unnecessary purchases with the excuse of this credit card is improving my credit score. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if you have a credit card, you only need like one credit card, and then also charge what you can pay off at that time. So if you have $20 in your pocket and you are going to Target and you need $20 worth of household supplies, you can put it on your credit card debt and then quickly pay it off so that you don't get charged with interest, because that's just like a horrible combination. Credit card interest rates are super high and you just don't want to get stuck with that. One of the reasons that I avoid credit cards is because I have the mentality that credit cards are free money. Like, I don't know why it is, but if I have to pay my credit card, I feel like I'm wasting my money, but I don't feel like that when I'm charging my credit card. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, credit cards are free money, and that's a mentality that I definitely need to avoid. So I just avoid credit cards altogether. I have one credit card and I don't ever put money on it except my gym membership. And my gym membership is $20 for me and my husband, and it gets paid off in full every month. A company is not just giving you a credit card because, you know, they're being nice. They have motives behind it. They want you to charge it up to a point where you can't pay it off. The promotional like interest-free months run out, and then you're paying interest and all that money you've accumulated on your credit card bill. So that is my first tip. It's super simple, but I feel like it just needs to be said. So my second tip is for people who are in school or who are about to go into school and are going to take out student loan debt. So one thing that I really saw, and I'm guilty of this too when I was in college, is that you would often be like loaned money that you wouldn't need. So like, let's say your tuition and your living expenses and your food expenses were, I don't know, $3,000 for 3 months, so $1,000 a month, right? What, you know, I saw a lot of people do, and myself, is I would take out $1,500 and I would use that extra money to fund my Starbucks, to fund, you know, extra clothes that I wanted to wear, or just like fund stuff that's not necessary. I think one of the biggest things you can do is, if you have extra money from your student loan, what you need to do is give it right back. I know that there's a period that you can just give your student loan money back to the lender, and there's no interest charged. There's like a grace period. You kind of know that you don't need all that money that you're getting from your loan, pay it back. I know it's really tempting to keep it, to use it, but it's honestly, it's going to create a headache when you are older, because then you're going to have to pay back more with more interest, and just don't do it. My last obvious tip, because I feel like a lot of these are obvious, but they just need to be said because we keep doing stuff that's obvious, you know? So my last thing is to create a budget as soon as you start earning money, even if it's borrowed money. So this goes back to like the student loan thing. So create a budget. If you are getting, let's say, $1,000 of borrowed money, tell that money where to go. So first of all, your tuition and stuff, which I would get, like whatever the school wouldn't take, I would get the money back, you know what I'm saying? So like, let's say my tuition was $2,000 and then my student loan was like $3,500, I would get that return of $1,500. Hopefully that made sense. But anyways, with whatever money that I got that was supposed to be used on books, rent, food, all that kind of stuff, I would say create a budget with that. So first of all, your living expenses, such as rent, make sure that's paid. Make sure that you can put food on the table. And I'm not talking about extravagant food, because you're a college kid. You don't need like the best of the best, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying to eat unhealthy, but just moderation. And what else is there that you need to, you know, just like whatever, like household supplies and stuff, like make sure that's covered, and tell every dollar, every cent where to go, and then write it out, and then whatever is left, give it back to the student loan lender. Makes sense, right? So I think it's so important to create a budget, even if it's with borrowed money that you're borrowing as a college student, or your first job where you make minimum wage. Create a budget. Tell your money where to go. Create a safe. When I first started my first job at Burger King, I really didn't have any expenses. My parents took care of absolutely everything. I had no bills when I had just turned 18. So I really didn't have, you know, any expenses. And if I would have told my money where to go, I would have probably saved a couple of $100 before I went to college. But I spent it on makeup, I spent it on I don't even know what, because I don't know where all that money went. But this is all for financial security as you get older, so you can really do the things that you want to do without anything bogging you down, without people like coming to claim all the money that you make in a paycheck because you were very what's the word, you were just like, it's on the tip of my tongue, you were just very careless with your money. Those are 3 obvious ways that you can save money, and a lot of times, you know, we just don't do it. We know to do it, but we're just kind of, oh, it'll be fine, everybody's doing it, and then you just find yourself in a bunch of financial burden. And this is just ways that you can really make sure you don't do that. So I hope you liked it. I'm sorry if this video was all over the place. I haven't been on camera for a while, so I've been having a lot of trouble filming, but I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys.